Thank you so much for joining me for this next flow. We're going to go ahead and get started in downward facing dog. So maybe taking a little bit of movement before you get started with this one, and eventually finding that place where you can lift the hips all the way back and up. Maybe taking a little pedal at the legs and stretching through the sides as well as all down the back line of the body. From here, we're going to take a really deep inhale. We're going to lower the chest down, and then as we reach the arms, we're going to press forwards and up into a variation of our upward facing dog. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up once again to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take the weight over into the right hand, lifting the left. And if we reach back towards the right ankle, turning to look under the right arm, releasing the left hand, taking the weight over to the left, reaching back with the right hand towards the left ankle, turning to look under the left, and then taking the right hand all the way back to the top of the mat. Breathing in, we're going to lower, lifting to upward facing dog. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up. If we take that little twist again, taking the left hand back first, back to the top of the mat, and then drawing the right hand back towards the left ankle, taking the hands back to the top of the mat, breathing in, lowering, and then lifting. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up, twisting to the right, taking the left hand back, twisting to the left. Breathing in deeply. If we take that one final time, so as we inhale, we're going to sweep to upward facing dog, and as we exhale, sending the hips all the way back and up. Left hand back, turning to the right, and then right hand back, turning to the left. Taking the hands all the way back to the very top of the mat. And from here, we're going to lift the left foot all the way up behind. Exhaling, allowing the left leg to bend at the knee, finding our way first into our scorpion dog. And then if we turn it over into wild thing, we're going to land the left foot down behind, lifting the chest towards the sky, reaching back with the left arm. And then as we exhale, we're going to land the hips all the way down onto the mat. And we should land with the left foot a little bit closer. So if it's already extended, we're just going to draw that one in towards us. Allowing the left knee to fall down to the side, we're going to take the left hand behind, pressing down into the left shin. We're going to squeeze the glutes, lifting the hips, reaching back with the right arm, finding our stargazer. And then from here, landing the hips down. We're going to take the right hand behind. We're going to lift the left knee, breathing in, pressing down through the left foot and the right hand, lifting up into a variation of our side plank, reaching through the left fingers and pressing down through the left toes for that extra little bit of support. Exhaling, landing the hips, left hand behind, and then sweeping everything back up into stargazer, reaching through the right fingers. Exhaling, landing the hips, lifting the left knee, right hand comes behind. This time we're going to lift up into that variation of our side plank. And we're going to draw the left toes in towards the groin, reaching up through the left fingers, squeezing to lift that left knee as high as it'll go. Exhaling, landing the foot, dropping the knee down, reaching up to that variation of stargazer. And we've got one final round of our side plank. So if we land the hips, right hand comes behind, lifting up by pressing down through the left toes, and from here we're going to lift the left foot all the way up, maybe pressing through the left heel or pointing the left toes, seeing what feels the best. But one last deep breath here, and then as we exhale, we're going to land the left foot, taking the left hand forwards and behind, reaching back with the right hand. And maybe seeing about connecting the hands behind. Breathing in deeply, exhaling fully. And then releasing the hands. We're going to take both the hands behind, turning to our regular plank, pressing down through the hands, reaching back through the heels, breathing in deeply. As we exhale, we're going to take the chest forwards and down. And then as we inhale, lifting to our upward facing dog. Exhaling, taking the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog, taking any little pedals to the legs, or maybe a little shake out of the head to bring everything back to a place of neutrality. And from here, we're going to lift the right foot. Exhaling, finding our way first into our scorpion dog, lifting the right knee. And then if we land the right foot down behind, turning the chest up towards the sky, reaching back through the right hand, finding a variation of our wild thing. Before landing the hips down, we've got that right foot drawn in close this time, taking any little shuffles to bring you back onto the mat. We're going to take the right knee out to the side, right hand behind, pressing down to lift up into Stargazer. Exhaling, landing the hips, lifting the right knee, the left hand comes behind, and we're going to press down through the right toes to lift us up into a variation of our side plank. And having the toes down usually makes it feel a little bit more stable, right? So finding that alignment, we can reach up through the right fingers. Exhaling, landing the hips, right hand comes behind, pressing down through the shin on the right side, landing the hips and turning to the left. Here we go. As we inhale, we're going to lift first through that same variation of our side plank, and then seeing about lifting the toes, drawing them in towards the groin, finding a tree variation of our side plank before landing the hips down, pressing down through the right shin, squeezing the glutes to lift the hips, landing them down, turning to the left, left hand lands behind, and this time lifting up into that side plank with the right foot extended long and lifted high, breathing in deeply. One more deep inhale here. And then exhaling, landing the right foot. We're going to take the right arm forwards around the front of the right knee, reaching back with the left hand, taking hold of the right hand behind, and then releasing the hands, taking them back to the top of the mat, turning to face the mat in our plank. One big inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to take the chest forwards and down. Inhaling, lifting to upward facing dog. Exhaling, sending the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. Taking a little pedal of the legs, maybe a little shake of the head. Filling the belly with the inhale. With the exhale, we're going to lower the knees down. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest with the inhale. As you exhale, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, tucking the chin and the tailbone under. Inhaling, lifting to cow. Exhaling, tucking and lifting to cat. Keeping that movement going, breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. And then when you feel like you're ready, we're going to head down onto the back, allowing the head and the shoulders to rest down and taking a few minutes here to collect.